Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to another episode of News Dose, where I give you all of the latest news in video games. And today I feel like we got some interesting topics, including an accessory that could essentially turn your phone into a portable Xbox, similar to what the Nintendo Switch does currently. From the pictures alone, it's looking really good. And then also Xbox is offering an upgraded financing option for Xbox Scarlett next holiday. And then we have EA and Valve joining forces, which, as shocking as that may sound, could be one way of combating the rise of the Epic Game Store. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get right into this with the Xbox Switch-like accessory. So we talked about this last week, but Xbox announced a partnership with several different companies to make accessories for phones, to make Project XCloud a better experience to play Xbox games on your phone. Some of these partnerships includes 8BitDo, GameVice, Hori, and Razer, and actually one of those accessories was announced last week from PowerA, which was essentially a clip that could attach to your Xbox controller that would also hold your phone. It sits at $15, but we've had these on the market for a few years now, so not overly exciting or anything, though it was an improvement over the current options on the market. Razer, however, announced a big accessory today by the name of Junglecat, which would essentially turn your phone into a Nintendo Switch, and they almost look identical. So much so that when I first saw this picture, I thought it was a Nintendo Switch. I really did. But the only big difference I'm seeing between the two is the analog sticks are symmetrical, which is a bit disappointing to me personally. Not just because I prefer them to be asymmetrical, but because the Xbox controller is also asymmetrical, so I thought it would make the most sense to make it similar to the Xbox controller. Now the way the Junglecat works is that you are actually buying a case that you put on your phone, and then you can attach the two side controllers to it, which sounds very good. Now you can also use it as a standalone controller, similar to how the Switch works and you attach it to a middle device. But the way they have it set up, you can just pop them off at any time you want and just carry your phone like normal, and Razer will also be pushing their own application with this controller that allows you to make your own custom button layout or use a preset for hundreds of supported titles. As an added bonus, this is actually available to purchase right now, but it will be at a premium price for $100, and unfortunately, it's only available for a few select phones, including the Samsung Note 9, Galaxy S10 Plus, and the Razer Phone 2. I'd like to see this available for more devices, but if it sells well enough, I can definitely see that happening. For me, this is a great option to play Project XCloud and basically have a portable Xbox once it becomes more available, and I may have to buy one of these myself. Also, I will add that Xbox just announced that Xbox streaming will be coming to Xbox Insiders today in the alpha version, so you will be able to use it in remote play. Perfect timing for Razer Junglecat. Moving on, Xbox also brought back Xbox All Access, which is basically a financing plan for your Xbox where you pay on it monthly, similar to how you pay for mobile phones now. It comes with a controller, a game, and 24 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and it even saves you $100 if you buy all of this separately. This was actually a thing they did last year, and it must have worked well enough for them to bring it back, and they're showing some long-term confidence in the program, as well as future-proofing it, as they are even noting that you will have the option to upgrade to Xbox Scarlett next year. So you could go out and buy the Xbox One X this holiday if you're located in the US or the UK and pay $20 a month on it, and then just switch over to the Xbox Scarlett next holiday. Now, it is important to note here, I don't know how the upgrade option works, but I would assume your remaining balance just kind of carries over and you have to pay whatever is left over on the Scarlett as well. The one thing I find really cool about all this though is that it comes with 24 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which I think by this point is essential for any Xbox owner. And it does kind of show that how much Xbox is really pushing this service. It's such an amazing subscription service, and even in the last week, it's added both the Outer Worlds and After Party on day one. And speaking of essential titles, if you like RPGs, then Outer Worlds is a must-have. Now the next thing I want to talk about is a surprising development where EA and Valve has partnered up to release games on Steam, such as the upcoming Star Wars, as well as bringing EA Access over to Steam. EA Access is EA's subscription service similar to something like Xbox Game Pass, and it's been a pretty good deal for a while now if you like EA games. But the thing about these releases are, I believe you still need Origin on your computer. It's kind of like how Ubisoft releases their games on Steam but requires you to use an external launcher for their games, and I know that several people are going to ask why does this matter, and there is actually a few different reasons. One will be the overall visibility of each title released. It's no secret that Steam is a huge store and is the biggest PC store right now, so having these titles on Steam Store will give each game more visibility and theoretically should lead to more sales. This also allows these games in your Steam library without adding a non-Steam game, and then you can change your controller layout on Steam. I mean, I think overall it's not really a huge deal because I'm sure some want to completely get rid of Origin in the first place, but for the time being, EA still looks set to having their own store to maximize profits. It's interesting with the timing though, and it could be a way of combating the rise of the Epic Game Store, which has made a lot of moves over the last year. I know we often hear about the console wars, but there's a real PC game launcher wars going on right now between all these companies, and then here soon we will have a subscription wars and streaming wars, and it just always seems like we have something to argue about. I mean, not sure why. Now for the last bit of news for today is that PlayStation Vue is being shut down on January 30th of 2020. PlayStation Vue was always an ambitious service trying to mesh a TV-like cable subscription service alongside your PlayStation, but it just never really took off. I think these kind of subscriptions already have a lot of competition that goes beyond just cable companies, so I'm not really too surprised this didn't take off the way they had planned, but just a week ago there was some rumors that they were trying to sell PlayStation Vue to another company. I guess nobody saw enough out of the service to give it a shot. I never tried the service myself, but if you are a PlayStation Vue subscriber, let me know what you think about this news in the comments below. Anyways though, that's it for this episode, but if you liked the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button. Peace out.